Naga, Baganagan Duftang. Do like, I don't know, story, a few more. This says scariest moment in life. Okay, we'll do three more stories. This one says scariest moment in life. Now I just gotta pull out the scariest moment in life, which the first thing that comes to mind, which it seems like this isn't the scariest thing that happened in my life, because if it is, I haven't been through scary stuff. Or I dealt with it quickly. I don't know, but the scariest thing I remember is being a young lad. Being a young, what was it like, a 7-year-old lad or something like that, maybe 10, maybe 11 lad. We'll just say 10. We'll say I was 10. And just almost getting swept away into the ocean. And I feel like that was it. But I don't know. Or was it the story I told almost falling into the river in the forest that time, the near death? But I don't think it was that. Nah. It was this swept away in the ocean story. I was 10 or something, maybe 9. We're all at Myrtle Beach. We're like ding, 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 vacation, vacation, holiday getaway. We're at the beach house, and I'm like, let's go. Yeah, and I'm swimming in the ocean. I'm like, yo, I'm a bowish. I'm gonna go far. When I was small, I thought it was cool to swim deep enough until my feet can't touch the ground, and I was like, yo, I'm like Gino. Yo, you don't know who I am, bro. I'm Spider-Man. I can't touch the ground. I'm Spider-Man. Like, I'm this deep, bro. Sharks are huge. Yo, sharks, you're not gonna do nothing. Like, what are you gonna do? Nothing. So this day was a day of riptides. And those riptides are some real bad boy things. And the waves would be bigger. The tide would be stronger. Holy, there's a point when if you go too far, you cannot swim back. You can only be pulled out. It's like walking against the wind. If you turn around and walk and try to swim out into the ocean, you'll be like 10 miles per hour faster swimming. But if you try to swim back, you could die of exhaustion. You don't move an inch, and you're swimming, and then you stop to see how close you are. Like I would measure it by like trying to touch my feet to the ground. And when my feet were touching the ground, I knew I was like, okay, I'm good. But you would be swimming, and then I'd stop to touch my feet to the ground, and I still wouldn't be anywhere. Like, I would just get just to the point where my feet couldn't touch the ground. So like, I was right there. And every time I would swim as hard as I could, then I would let go. Can't touch the ground still. Didn't move a bit. And maybe I was even getting pulled back still. So this was a riptide day. And I'm like, I'm gonna do something so thugged out. I'm gonna swim out. Cause I'm strong. I can swim. I remember the family would always be like, Devin's like a fish. He can swim. Devin learned how to swim so early. He's a fish. And I'm On my shoulder, these sharks, who the heck the real fish is? Who's the king of the ocean? DeVonQi. So I go out. I'm like, damn, these tides are strong, but whatever. Swim, swim. Feet can't touch the ground. I'm like, I'm good. I'm in the danger zone. I'm in the danger zone. So I'm like, playing around with the big waves, hee, feeling all cool. My legs can't touch the ground. I'm actually like feeling like I'm like doing something, you know? Because when your feet are touching the ground, you're like, okay, my feet are touching the ground. I'm on training wheels. But when you're like not touching the ground, you're like, I'm an actual freaking like, I'm a surfer. You know, I'm like a swimmer. I'm a scuba diver. I'm a explorer. Like, you don't know me. I'm out here. I'm out in these ocean streets. So then I start to realize I frigged up because I can't swim back, and it's hard. It's intense. Like there were times where, like I've gone through it where I can't swim back, and eventually I'm able to like, you know, if I push hard enough and just keep going, I'll get there. But this time, these were one of the strongest riptides I ever tried to go swim out far in, so I was done for. I think this stuff was just pulling me back. And these spicy garlic peas, I want to eat them, but I don't want to crunch all over the mic. But I don't care. These spicy peas are spicy like a bee sting in my mouth. I lost one. I lost a pea. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. It was on my lap and I stood up because I thought it was going to fall off my lap, but then it stayed in a little fold on my pants. Legendary pea. See, he knew how to get away from the riptides, but then I ripped him up with my teeth. Don't you think vegetables have feelings? I saw this like, it wasn't an X-ray, it was like a bioluminescent camera or something, not thermal. But anyway, when a caterpillar started eating the leaf just spread out like all through its veins, and it bit it again, like a defense mechanism. Sometimes I think like, oh, we were eating meat, and everyone's gonna be like, yo, chill out with the animals, man, it's violent. And we all go to veganism. And everyone's like, you know what? Plants literally have feelings too. And then we all like become liquid people. And we're like, yo, the water's hurting. Actually, maybe water is the one thing I think, because I think like we're all like, yo, let's become breatharians, because we can't hurt the plants either. And then people are like, yo, even the air, man, those air molecules don't want to be sucked in and turned into carbon dioxide. Like we're killing the air molecules too. So then everyone just starts drinking water, and then we all cycle back into fish, and then we all start over again and take our first steps onto land. No, I don't know. I'm sure there's a cycle, but then I'm sure there's a way out of the cycle. And you can become the cycler. The cycle. I don't know. Anyway, I'm far out into the ocean. Oh, these peas are spicy like a bee's. Pea bee stings. Pea been spicy like a bee sting. Make me see things. Make my teeth sing. Anyway, I'm like, I'm dead. I'm not coming back. But I'm like dead, and don't even scream. Don't call for help. Don't embarrass yourself. And this is stupid, you can't. Like, that kills you. Bottling that stuff up. Trying to act like you're not scared. I was like, damn. I didn't want to call for help because I felt like that's embarrassing. When I just should have. But it didn't matter because something called for help. But I was far, boys. I was far. Boys and girls. Androgynous. Androgynes. Androgynoids. I was far. And I was like, I'm goner. I cannot swim back. Like, I can't. It was so strong. And every time I stopped, I'd be pulled out. It was done. It was a lose-lose. I think. And then Papa said, some other guy on the beach pointed me out and was like, oh, I think your son's out there having trouble. My dad's like, and he swam out and he's like, yo, David. I'm like, what up, bro? I'm okay, acting like I'm all good. But like, everyone knew that I was like about to die. But I pretended I was like, nah, I wanted to do this. You know, I wanted to come out here. Anyway, he grabbed me and swam me back. Yeah. That was probably the scariest thing in my life. Because I'm scared of the ocean. I don't know if I'm not scared now. I'm less scared now. But if I dove into it, I'd find so much fear because the unknown is a freak out. And like if I'm like swimming, like my worst fear is being like dropped into the middle of the ocean. Imagine just you're in the middle of the Pacific in a plane that crashes and you're just there floating. That's scary to me because of what's under. I don't care about like, oh man, I have to swim so far now. Like that's how scary. The scary thing is like somebody's just gonna grab me, and then I have to deal with being ripped under the water while bleeding in pain and being eaten or something. But I don't know. Maybe it's not that crazy under the ocean. I mean, it is pretty crazy. There's stuff under there. Not crazy, but man, there's stuff we still find new under the ocean. There's stuff we still find new on land too, and in the air. Stuff we still find new everywhere. But yeah, the ocean is a trip. But I don't know. Something about it is not that scary right now. Now that I'm talking about it, I used to be really scared before. But now that I'm talking about it, bringing it back up, I'm like, oh, it's not hitting me as hard as it used to. That fear. But I'm sure if I just sat with it, I'd be like, oh. And then I'd be not scared of it anymore. It's like whatever. Anyway, yeah. I almost got pulled out into the shark territory. But I probably would have been, if I got pulled out, my dad didn't find me anymore. Like, no, because when the beach starts getting small, and your family starts getting small, and you're like, can they see my little head anymore? Because I can hardly see them. That's scary. Because you might be like, I'm right here, and they can't find you. But it's pretty easy to see a little head, I guess. It's all water and then just this head. But that was far, man. And that was like the farthest I'd been from the shore in the worst, strongest ripped currents ever. And in the beach house we have this guide, like this precaution sign thing. It shows like how riptides work and what to do if you get caught in one. So I was trying to do that because I was remembering it because I always see it when I walk in the house. I don't know, it still didn't work. Basically, you're supposed to. It's like when you're sinking in quicksand, you like stay still, you don't fight. when you're in a riptide, you don't fight, and you don't try to swim, like you don't try to swim directly to the shore. You swim perpendicular to the shore. You just turn to your side and just start swimming sideways. And there's been many times actually where that has worked for me, because it brings you back. Like it just brings you back to the shore. You kind of start swimming perpendicular to the shore, and you'll just start coming diagonal. Like you're able to diagonal. Like when you're walking down a hill, they teach you to like walk diagonal down it, or like kind of perpendicular to the floor, but like at an angle, not like directly down. Same with climbing up. You don't climb directly up. You can like walk sideways up it, kind of sideways and perpendicular. Yeah. So I was trying to do that, but it was still too strong. And that's when I'm like, goodbye, mommy. Bye, daddy. Goodbye, sister. Goodbye, everyone. But I was sure I was just gonna join the sharks and be raised by them. It's probably what was gonna happen anyway. But I still wanted to stay with my family. I wasn't ready to be a shark in a fish tank, you know? Anyway, because I'm Spider-Man, I'm not Aquaman. But I could have been Aqua Boy and grew up to be an Aquaman. But it was too aqua for me. It's too much aqua. Too much l'acqua sale. L'acqua sale. Anyway. That was good times. Yo, we're all every superhero, heroine ever combined and beyond. And we're also not. So figure out where you're not so you can be beyond. Yeah, so that was it. Almost getting pulled out into the ocean. Frig, man, it's like this whole getting pulled out by the ocean is like, bro, it's like the ocean doesn't give a frick. You're like, ocean, can you just, and it's just like, that's what it's like, okay? That's what it's like. You're like, ocean, chill out for a sec, I'm trying to swim. It's not even like, what? What? The ocean's not doing that, it's just, that's it. You can't talk to it. The ocean's just gonna smack you. Doesn't even care. Can't even hear you. Or it does hear you. It's just like, dude, it's weird. It's weird. It's like, I'm just nature, man. You gotta go with it. So long. Oh yeah, I'm doing a few more stories. Beyond, yonder, not here, no now. I can see inside your head. I know what you said, but I'm thinking maybe it's just an excellent goose. Wicked